Hello, everybody. About a week ago, I joined into, I don't know if it was the Futures League or no, Meta Mondays, and learned how to play Genesis Battle of Champions. If you look at your screen, you will see Genesis Battle of Champions, because this Monday I decided to join in and play an actual game without being taught how to play. No open-handed, nothing like that. I learned how to, or I actually played the game against a great gentleman named Will, who was very gracious to let me win. Actually, believe it or not, spoiler alert, I won using this character Kunn, who I guess is either very powerful or I'm just very lucky. It's not my deck design or deck build at all. This was done by, I believe it was Will himself, created all these decks, or at least put them all together. I don't know if it was created by a consortium of people or not. But either way, it's a spell-slinging deck that just really does like full frontal assault, basically, which was really kind of the way that I liked playing it, because it was just run and gun. As I say, if it was a shooter, first-person shooter, or a side scroller, just run and gun, no relenting. As you can see there, I moved forward 2 spaces and then immediately threw out a summon, which is a creature in this game. The cost of that creature was to discard a card from hand, which I did, and then we exert, which is how you end your turn, sort of thing, or end at least your one character or champion's turn. So now he's playing out his hand. He's using a champion named Erika, who has a end of turn ability to summon a to beckon a summon, which he's doing right now there. Kind of puts a blocker up in front of him, which is a great play on his behalf. When these summons enter, they are what's called exerted, which means they cannot do anything. His move exerted his champion, his casting exerted his champion, so he ended his turn. Now we flip back to my turn, when I decide to go forward and start some of my spell slinging, some of my attacking. If you can read the cards there quickly. I know I'm flipping through them fast. This is at 300x speed, or I guess 300% speed. Sorry, not 300x. So I guess that's 3x speed. So you'll see that is just a direct attack, kind of attack in front of me, make some damage in front of me. So that's what that card did. Which the cost of that card, I should say, was aura, as well as burning some of my own deck. Then I cast another one that was a direct attack. That one's a pretty severe attack. It attacks all 6 spots in front of you, or at least it can affect 6 spots in front of you. You pick two targets. So I picked, obviously, Erika, because the goal of this game is to defeat the champion. So I picked Erika, and I picked the creature directly in front of me that could cause the most damage. There, I accidentally took the card away before we had finalized everything. So the trick is right now, there, as you just see, I put an exert token on it, meaning I was done. I had done my moves. I cast all the spells I was going to with my champion Kunn. Then it's back to Will's turn. He starts moving creatures around to attack me. He's coming from the side. This is a tactical game. So he moved his creature in, which exerted him, which then comes back to my turn, where I can move summon, where I can move a summon, which I did. I moved it, it exerted it, it can no longer move. Then it goes back to his turn. He moved his summon, attacked me, killed my summon, and which caused it to exert, and then his champion Erika moves out of the way, which exerts her turn, I believe. Sometimes we don't know. There it is. End of turn. Summoned her. I don't know. I call it a defensive creature. It's not, but it summoned her creature basically. That beckoned her summon. Sorry. Then we unexerted, flip back to my turn. So my champion's special ability is they can occupy the same spot as another creature on board or another card on board. I cast one of their most powerful cards, I believe it is. Does a whole whack of damage in front of you. Burns 4 cards out of my deck. And lucky me, I just drew luck, I guess. I had another one. So that's another one going in. I think this one causes 4 damage, if I'm not mistaken. So I think by this point now I've got Erika on the ropes. Pretty I don't know if I can move up to her life total. Yeah, I think she's got 4 life total. And then I did another one. This should have been, I believe, the ending blow, but he cast a life gain. So basically saved her from the brink, brought her back to life, and then pulled out another summons to build up a bit of defense, I guess, against my relentless attacks. The only reason I could do this was, 1, I didn't build the deck, so it was a very well thought out, powerful deck, I guess, the way it was designed. 2, I have a much larger life total, which means I think at least I can take my chances and just go full frontal assault and hope for the best. So that decisive final blow did not take her out because she gained a couple points of life. Now he is moving to surround me. I have no other summons on the board, which means once I've exerted my champion, which I did before, I can now do nothing else. So he had 3 summons to move and attack me with, plus anything Erika can do. I am locked out basically right now of doing anything till he's done. Had I had a lower life total and I was in a more precarious position, I would have. I couldn't have pulled it out of my hat as I did, if you want to use a better term than what I was going to say. So now he's on the defensive running. Since Will is a very good player, he knows that he cannot run far enough away to avoid me. That card there that I keep highlighting is a draw card. I draw 2 cards with it. So I took my chances, moved in to attack position for my ranged attacks, cast that card to, I mill the top card, and then I draw 2. And if I'm not mistaken, I have to mill 2 of them, or do I get to keep them both? I can't remember now exactly how. Yeah, I have to draw 2 and put 2 away, or discard 2. So I did. It's a very, I guess it's a very luck-based thing. So then I cast that attack. That's going to be it for Erika if it gets through, and I believe it does because he does not have enough. Does not have enough life gain cards to pump her back up. Even if he did, she'd gain 2 life and it would still be decimated because I think she's at 2 life right now. And it looks like it, yeah. So then we reset to 0 and we start our next turn. He's already got, he goes first. We rolled dice, sorry, I should have said that for the first round. Now Will's going first, and because I am a very simplistic person, I did the exact same thought process and just charged in full assault. I didn't have quite as good of an opening hand, but I did have enough stuff that I could get some immediate attacks in. I guess I kind of did have a decent hand. Those were 2 pretty good ranged attacks there, and then that big attack there exerts me, but does significant damage to his board state, and not wipes him out, but really decimates him very, very well. Now I saw a game played with Erika and I don't remember the other one when I was learning to play, and Erika was a very good champion. Like, she not only held her own, but she was able to control the board and dominate very, very well. Once I guess it's because of that end turn summons, right? She gets more end turn beckon. She gets more summons on the board than anyone. I think, at least in my very limited experience. This is to be clear. This is the second game I've played of Genesis ever. And so yeah, that's where's my train of thought? Right. So Erika, yeah. So she seemed very good, very powerful. I think it's just luck of the draw, because he showed me at the end some cards that did not show up at all in his draw, and this Kunn character is just too fast with the draws I happened to get. It was a lot of attack from a distance, or not even a distance. I guess I kind of ran up to them, but it was a lot of luck where I just happened to be able to outpace him with those card draws. Had I had more stalling in my hand, like none of these ranged attack draws, more of the card draws or any of the other stuff, it really would have not gone in my favor. So kudos to whoever did design this deck, because it is a very good deck. I believe in paper it's a very expensive deck, because I think some of those cards are quite pricey at this point. If not, I would build it in paper for when we ever get back to paper play, which I still might do, but I'm assuming the next Genesis release will happen before then. So I'm hopefully going to post this up tomorrow. which is the first day of the voting on designing your own Genesis card. So please follow the link. I'll try and put it in the description if I can, and vote for one of my card designs. I'll tell you in the description which one that is. I would love to help this team build their dreams. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.